Time to switch the shit up. It's time he gets interviewed. So, this is Reckless. He's from Gilroy, California, and he's about to talk. So listen up. Reckless.
What up?
Tell us how you got in the rap game.
Basically, I hit a crossroads in my life where I decided what do I want to do. And I was at a family reunion at my grandma's house. And one of my uncles, shout out to my tío Francisco, he started talking to me about my plans and what I wanted to do. And he asked me a very important question, which is, what do you like to do? He said that people generally do better at the stuff that they enjoy doing. So I said, basically, the first thing that came to mind, I like music, I like listening to music. He said, right there, you like music, you should pursue music. Your cousin, this guy right over here, he does music, so you should talk to him and see if he'll help you, get started. I said, fuck it, why not? So I hit him up, told him, I was like, hey man, I want to do music. He said, all right, come through. And that's basically how I got started.
Rest is history.
Yeah. There's no big, like, oh my gosh, some big thing happened where we both met up and blah, blah, blah. It was amazing. No, I just hit him up and asking you shall receive type of deal,
All right. So tell us where you got your name from and tell us what you can about Thugalicious.
Okay. First of all, Thugalicious is not a real thing. It's not a thing. When I was first trying to get into what I should be called as my stage name, I was going through many ideas. I watched a lot of Boondocks, on Adult Swim, and there's a rapper on there called Gangstalicious.
Oh, Gangstalicious, that's what it was.
Played by Mos Def. Shout out to Mos Def. And I thought, what? Hey, what if I just take that name and try to roll with it? People will know it, But my cousin kind of, I thank God he's actually said this. It's a stupid name. Sounds hella gay. It's like, what? Fine. I guess I won't use it. So then I started thinking about other names. And coincidentally, I was looking around my desk seeing, what could I use for a rap name? And there was this card, because I actually used to play competitively Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's one card called Reckless Greed was on my table. It's a trap card. I was draw 2 cards. And I thought, what? Reckless sounds like a really dope name. And I asked him, hey, what do you think about the name Reckless? And he said, I like it. Let's roll with it. I said, cool, let's do it. And ever since then, I got the name Reckless. All thanks to a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Shout out to Yami.
So what does hip-hop mean to you?
The age-old question. Hip-hop, to be cliche as fuck, means like almost everything to me, I always grown up listening to it. I always research it. I always keep up with it. It's a big part of my life. I do it. I embrace the culture. Such a positive, amazing thing to get into. You got your rapping, you got DJing, b-boying, graffiti. There's so many elements that just make such a beautiful art form. And it just, I just want to encompass everything of it in my life. It's just a great thing. That's what it means to me, the world.
That's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
What are your top 5 rappers?
Top five.
Number 1 of obviously is gonna always be Pac, hands down, the best rapper who ever picked up the mic. Fuck your feelings. Then also Method Man. And also who else? I gotta say Biggie. The Game. Weird answer, I know. And last one. I'm gonna have to go with Craig Mack. No, I'm fucking kidding.
Here goes some more flavor.
Yeah, I almost said Lil Zane.
Forgot all about that. I don't even know what he's saying.
Yeah, I know I'm just rambling, but you know what? The last spot, I'm gonna just give it to the motherfucking man, Mo Technique. Even though he hasn't put an album out in a while.
And he fell off.
And then he fell off according to some people's opinions.
I said it.
Amazing artist, Revolutionary Volume 1 and 2.
2 is dope.
amazing. You know, check those out when you get the chance.
So, out of all the people you've worked with, because you've worked with quite a bit of people already in your rather short career.
Yeah.
Who's been your favorite person to work with and why?
This is a really tough one because, you know, as of recently I've worked with so many different artists, and I gotta say, as of right now, 1A has been one of my favorite artists to work with because we just vibe so well when we work together. When we get down to write music, we bounce off ideas back and forth that just create such a great body of work at the end result. And I just, you know, she's very ambitious. She knows what she wants to do, and you know, she's just been, you know, a big inspiration for me personally because I almost fell out of rapping in a while, and she helped, you know, motivate me to continue it. Seeing, you know, what one person can do, you know, just, you know, with motivation, you know, patience, and, you know, ambition, you know, just all that just got me back up on my feet, and, you know, I got to do more music after that, and I'm thankful for her. You know, thank you so much for helping me, you know, find my love for hip hop again when I was being really discouraged at the time.
Shout out to 1AM.
Shout out.
What artists you want to work with, or actually not, if you could pick one artist that you want to work with, and you could work with them, you know, price isn't an option, or, you know, isn't a...
Price ain't a thing, basically.
There you go. Who would you pick? And I'm not limiting this just to rappers.
Oh man, they just opened up the whole new world.
And I'm not talking about Dead or Alive either. No,
now
it's
he just cut off hella people. Okay, well, if I could work with anybody, I'd work with man, I wish you wouldn't have said that because I would have said Michael Jackson. I could probably work with why not Kanye West? Great mind, musical genius. You know, I think we really work well together. Either that or Drake. Drake would be amazing, just because, you know, I can relate to a lot of stuff he says, and I think we'll make, you know, good songs together.
Drake.
Drizzy.
Holla at him.
Sex God.
What projects do you have coming out in the next year?
Next year, I'm hoping to start my first solo LP. It's gonna be named Bandolero, named after my little cousin, aka my little bro. Rest in peace. Young Smooth. He had an idea for a car club called Bandoleros, where he wanted to get, you know, his boys out to, you know, come together to have these amazing cars, all tricked out with, you know, our own style, you know. And something he wrote was when he rapped for a little short time. That was actually one of his things he wanted to do, make a Bandolero album. You know, his first album being called that. He made some like kind of little artworks here and there of it. So, and inspired, you know, even though he passed away, I'm gonna try to keep that legacy alive and continue what he would have wanted. You know, so I'm gonna put out my first solo album dedication to him, and named after what he would have named his first album. You know, as of right now, I'm just, you know, it's on hold till next year because right now I'm working on the EP Cowboy Bebop, which is almost done, and I'm gonna put out two mixtapes that are already halfway done. One of them is called Standalone Complex, and the other one's called 500 Days of Autumn. Should be out the end of this year. So then after those 3 projects are completely done and out, I'm gonna work fully on this solo project. So look out for that next year.
All right. Now, which rapper, if you could steal any rapper's flow, whose flow would you steal?
I'd probably take fucking Method Man's flow, if not Crazy Bone, because that guy he's fucking a lyrical fucking assassin. He can harmonize too, and just the fact that Method Man just has a smooth ass flow. Everything he says sounds so witty and dope. You know, it's like, who would want to rap like Method Man? You know, Wu-Tang forever, man.
What about if you could steal anybody's writing style or writing abilities, whose writing would you steal?
Oh, Quentin Miller for sure. I'm just fucking with you.
Shout out to Drake.
Six God. I swear I'm a big fan. I'm sorry. If I could steal anyone's writing style, I think it'd have to be, you know, I'm not sure if it's true or not that Biggie didn't write his own rhymes, but the way he used to rap was dope. His his ability, my flow flows remarkable, and just the way he would paint a great picture and great story together. It was just like damn, and his flow and delivery just added an extra oomph to it. It's just like damn, wish I can write like that. The way he when in the song The What with Method Man, he's like, welcome to my center. Hope they feel it deep in their placentas, cold as the cold in the winter. Like snows, the avalanches, and the praying mantis. Like, man, how do you write? How do you come up with that kind of wordplay? It's like, my God, if I can write like anybody, it'll be him.
I used to like when he rap and tell a story and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He just had so much detail in it. It was like, damn.
Yeah, just like man, you felt you were in Bed-Stuy. Just in that position, he was putting his characters in. It was just crazy.
All right, so for your rap career,
Mm-hmm.
what will be like the highest point you could hit? Like, what's your top goal? Like, when it's all said and done, you walk away from the mic. What's the one thing you want to be able to say you did?
Well, one big thing, of course, is just being able to have that one definitive album that people will look back and say, damn, that's Mitchell's best work. It's Reckless's best work. And it's like, that's just so, like, this is the definitive album from where he's from. It's just such a new fresh style. I can relate to it. Have that one album that'll have people talking forever and referring back to it. When the conversation comes about, when it comes to artists in my area, I want that album to be the one that people bring up in conversation. Yo, when Reckless dropped this album, damn, that shit was crazy. Start naming off some parts of the songs, some songs they like the most, blah blah blah, the artwork, whatever they want to talk about. Have like the album feature artists that I like really worked with like personally, that are like mean the world to me. It'll be like amazing. I have one big collective group of people on one album that's dope, and share this moment with me. That's what I really want. Most people want the fame. They want, I want to sell at the Madison Square Garden. Like I want to travel the world. That's all good. If it happens, if God intends for me to have that, I welcome it with open arms. I'm grateful for it, but I just want to make great music that people love and listen to. They think you're dope. I love that one song. Because I listen to songs from one of my favorite artists, and I'm like, damn, this is so fucking amazing. I listen to it all the time. It gets me through the day, it gets me through work. And, I want people to be able to do that with my songs. Even if I don't make like a whole collective of albums that all go platinum, like it's not in the works for me. It's not, it's not my initial goal. If that's your goal, I guess we all have different goals, and probably can be harder for you because you're gonna be discouraged if it doesn't go well. This way, I'm proud of the work I do, and if it only gets one person who really fuck with it, hey, thank you for the support. That's what I do it for.
What's your favorite board game?
Oh, it has to be fucking Loteria, man.
Mexican classic.
Hell yeah, even though it's kind of racist with the negrito in it, and misogynistic with the naked mermaid, it's still fun as fuck.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh my goodness. Can I give you a top 5 or
no? Top number 1. There could only be one. All the Pokemon fucking died. Who's the one you'd keep around?
Well, plot twist, my Pokemon evolves to another one, so that's 2. So, actually evolves 3 times.
They all die. You only keep one.
That's not fair.
And you can't say Pikachu.
Pig? Well, I wouldn't have chosen him anyway. He's dope. He'll always be an honorable mention just because he's adorable as fuck. Pikachu will fuck you up. Shout out to Dookie Shed. Magnemite, as rare and random as that is, Magnemite's the first Pokemon card I ever obtained from the Berryessa flea market when Pokemon came out in 1998 in America, and it just looked fucking tight. 3D fucking metals fucking Pokemon, electric type, fuck up all the Pidgeys, you know what I'm saying? He was just dope, and then he evolved into Magneton 3-on-1, and then the initial Magnezone is the last final form. It was amazing to seeing that Pokemon transcend. It was my favorite. Pokemon Go, he's my buddy. He walks around and gets all the Magnemite candies for me, So, I fucking hate that when I brought that card to school one day, and this somehow ended up being the same day they banned Pokemon cards, and some stupid bitch snitched on me and said that I had a Pokemon card, and the fucking yard dudes came up to me and searched my bag like if I had drugs, and they found it and they took it and I never saw it again, and that's the fucking first edition, and I fucking hate you fucking so much. God damn it, you fucking whore.
Bitch. Shout out to Charizard.
I got the card back later on, but it's not the original card, which I'm kind of sad, so whatever.
So,
next question, please.
Have you ever been in love?
Of course, who hasn't been in love before?
Have you ever been heartbroken?
Yeah, I have. And it really sucked, and it's really much shaped who I am now, just because I have never really felt heartbreak before when it happened. You know, you think you do, you know, you just turn down, but when it really hits the really first heartbreak, it just cuts so deep. It's just like, goddamn, you know, you can feel the scar being created when it happens, and it's just an overwhelming feeling. You just don't know how to handle it, you know, and it sucks, man, you know.
So, you know how people have a tendency to attach memories to songs?
Yeah.
Is there one song in particular that has more memories than any other song?
Oh, it has to be my one song I called 3 Cheers for Heartbreak. It's basically I consider some of my best work. You know, I don't listen to it too often, just because it's so intimate and so honest with what the subject matter is about in a specific moment in my life that I don't really like to think back on too much anymore, just because it's just too depressing and it's too, like, you know, it just sucks, man. It's my worst heartbreak I ever felt. You know, it was just, you know, somebody I really connected with and I really saw a good future with, and, you know, I probably went in over my head about it, you know, but hey, you know, the heart wants what it wants. You know, your brain tells you what's the most, you know, how do you say, like, obvious reason, you know, hey, obviously you can't be with this person, go find someone else. It's just like, you know, when you spend so much time with this person and you develop, you know, a good relationship with it, you know, you want to escalate to the next level, and it sucks when you know that's not going to happen, you know. So, and it was basically detailing a moment in my life where I basically said everything I felt for that person, no holds back, just straight honest, like, you know, that's how I feel about you, you know, I love you and this and that, and to be rejected, you know, for, you know, it just sucks, man. You know, it really defined, you know, that moment in that song. And, you know, I redid it like a couple times, actually. The first take I did was just straight emotion, no retakes, one take Drake type of deal. Like, I wrote it the night before, hit up my boy to go in the studio, shout out to DJ Night Thou, and I recorded it that day, and it was cool. I actually put it on a CD. I gave it to her personally, so she, you know, had it, you know. And then after that, you know, I said, you know, I'll just remaster it a little bit, you know, make it sound better, because it was just going off emotion. You know, somebody will argue it sounds better that way, but I personally thought I could have done better. It was just, you know, going off emotion. So
reminds me of a song I did.
Yeah.
I thought the re-recorded version sounded better, but people didn't agree. So
Tears Under Pillow sounds better than the Rough Draft. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the song he was talking about.
You ever done any word association?
Oh, many times. Is there a specific time you want me to talk about?
All right, so I'm gonna give you a word, and you tell me the first thing that pops up in your head.
Ooh, these are fun. I'm gonna embarrass myself.
San Francisco Giants.
Baseball.
E40.
Ooh,
Mr. Fab.
fucked up. The Bay, man.
Bam Bam.
Dope.
1 a.m.
Awesome artist.
Gay rights.
Important.
Police.
Brutality needs to be addressed.
Donald Trump.
No comment.
Zoe Deschanel.
Oh my god, you're awesome. I love you so much.
Pluto.
Needs to be a fucking planet. And I hate that fucking, why does Goofy, who is also a dog, get to ride around in the car and play golf with Mickey while he's at home in a leash? I don't understand that. Never did.
Rape.
Oh, it's stupid.
Alright, so 2 more questions. If you could pick a mainstream artist and an underground artist to collaborate on a project together, who would you pick?
I'd probably say you get Andre 3000
Uh-huh.
and you get him on a song with AWACS with Frank Ocean on the hook.
No.
Huh?
2 artists, 1 underground, 1 mainstream, and they do a project together. Just the 2 of them. Nobody else.
Okay, well, AWACS and Under 3000. Sounds like a weird
What are we going
collaboration,
with?
but
Under 3000 and Under Nicotina.
that would have been pretty cool too. I just, I think, this would be cool too, you know what I mean? Just my preference.
And last question, most asked question ever probably. What is your favorite album ever?
Favorite album ever will have to be Nirvana's Nevermind. That was just a definitive album for me growing up. That's one of the first album covers I've ever seen. It attracted me for some reason. I thought this was gonna be a great album.
Go ahead.
I heard what you said, motherfucker. No, but honestly, that album was just perfectly made. The way it was produced by Butch, you know what I'm saying? It was just great. It just showed that, with a great sound, you can make amazing things. That first song on the fucking album changed the face of rock and roll forever. And, you had an amazing drummer, which went on to be an amazing artist. Shout out to Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, you know what I'm saying? And you had an amazing fucking guitarist, singer, and writer, who just fucking defined a generation of people, of the youth of the time, you know what I'm saying? And even to this day, people can relate to that. I related to it growing up in middle school. He wasn't alive when I was listening to his music, but still that message and that song, that feel, that fact that you think he understands you is still transcended to me, in the future. Just shows you that it's a timeless album. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great music. It was popish when it needed to be. It was deep when it needed to be, and it's just a great body of work.
Agreed. All right, y'all. Peace out. Rec. Let them know anything else you want to let them know.
Check out my music, all social media sites, Instagram, RecklessDWR. You can go check out my YouTube channel, same thing, RecklessDWR. You can check out tragicone.com so you can see more stuff from both of us and other artists that we have in store for you.
Check out devilishways.com.
That's the website, my bad. He has 2 websites, I can't remember which one's which. And yeah, look out for new music coming out, you know what I'm saying? Support your local artists, go out to the shows, buy some CDs, you know what I'm saying, get feedback, it's much appreciated, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just, peace, love, and Murder Inc.